Welcome back, once again adventurers, to Let's Play Biohazard 2 Real Survival. In the last episode, we ran into two sets of trouble on both counts while making our way through the maintenance yard. The first, of course, being the notorious Mr. X, who was sneaking in on us as we prepared to get the key to raise the platform. And the second, of course, being the infamous G, who was mutated into his third form. Basically a quad-limbed tyrant creature that was quite dangerous, but fortunately we actually managed to survive both encounters, only to be stranded here somewhere in the recesses of Umbrella's laboratory complex on the outer area of the city itself. And of course, a wounded Ada Wong was on the platform that has descended to the bottom level of the lab in particular. So the only thing we can do from here is try and find out where the hell we are. There's a door over there, right in front of us. It's an elevator. The power is not on. So we need to try and restore power to that. And, well, I suppose it's a fairly elaborate looking maintenance shaft here, filled with wires and the classic yellow and black bars, often seen in construction areas. There is a door over here, which fortunately for us is not locked. I say fortunately because that is where the fortunates end at this point. And that appears to be an exit door for this particular area. Wherever this is. And, There appears to be an item box over here, but I'm not actually going to try and open it. I don't want to open the item box in question. But I do want what's in this corner, or I will check what's in this corner. Green herb, I shall take it. And I'm going to use the shotgun here and probably alert anything that's currently downstairs. Hopefully not. But, yeah, this is the part where management is going to come into effect, because we can't get back to the upper level, even if we manage to get back to the tram, because we can't access the switch that raises the platform from down here. So I'm going to be wary about opening any item boxes, because I want to centralize my item management as quickly as possible, or as conveniently as possible, I should say. Now, there is a box over here, or a crate lying over here, and there is an elevator. The glowing green switch, which we shall press and lower it down here. And Leon won't be aware of this, but I'm actually getting some very odd deja vu vibes here, as in the power room from the Arclay laboratory. That is a dead body. That is a dead body indeed. Can we check it? No, but he is holding something. Nothing in his pockets, but he's actually holding something rather important. The investigative report on P Epsilon gas. That's ominously titled. This report demands immediate attention. The P Epsilon gas has been proven capable of incapacitating all non-BOWs, bioorganic weapons. As such, it has been designated for emergency use in the event of a BOW escape. Reports based upon data collected during prior incidents indicate the potential for negative side effects. The P-epsilon gas has been proven to weaken BOW's cellular functions. However, prolonged or repeated exposures will result in the creation of adaptive antibodies to the agent. Furthermore, some species have been observed to absorb the P-epsilon gas as a source of nutrition, and the toxins extracted against anything extracted against anything perceived as a threat. Use of the P-epsilon gas should be severely limited to extreme cases only. We strongly request the authority to re-evaluate the P-epsilon gas deployment system. We would like this re-evaluation to take place immediately. Second Research and Development Room/Security Team. And the report has been filed. That's rather disturbing because if you were following Claire's A scenario, you'll remember that we actually activated the P-epsilon anti-BOW sprinkler gas, which will actually weaken any BOWs, as in lickers, zombies, and so on and so forth. But it does have a negative side effect, and we will be seeing the effect of side effects soon enough. But right now, I am picking up these shotgun shells, and there is a typewriter and ink ribbon down in here. But I don't really want to actually use the item box that is upstairs, because that is actually we're not in a convenient location to my liking, because we're not actually in the lab complex itself. Let's see here. Down this way appears to be a couple of crates here that we clearly can't get up to, which is rather unfortunate. But let's see what's down this corridor here. There appears to be a door, or, oh no, an elevator. An elevator that leads even further down. And that sounds ominous. Oh dear. That hissing can only mean something is around. Ooh! Oh my word. Two advanced or evolved lickers, aka the death lickers. There were two of them lurking on the surface, on the ceiling, and that bubbling is disturbing me. But this place is quite large. Can't hear any more lickers around here, but there is something at the end here, which this looks like the switch to turn on the elevator. Will we push the switch? Yes, we shall. That sound is always a good sign. So this is some sort of, or this is an additional power room, so to speak. There's some kind of weird bubbling noise coming from below. I think we found the source of it. Iron smelting pool. Employees only. Yeah, it's a very good thing that these barriers are here, because that is effectively molten, boiling, bubbling lava, essentially. Or iron, in any case. But that's, to say that this room is quite hot is an understatement. Is there anything over here? I'm probably wasting my time, but nope, there is nothing. Nothing over here worth exploring. And appears to be the extent of this particular room. Well, I suppose that's good enough. We're not done with this particular part of the power room to begin, as of yet, because you remember there is this bizarre looking corridor here. Now, this is a, believe it or not, I think we have a puzzle on our hands. Another crate puzzle, to be exact. Which involves the pushing of this crate. Now, before we actually go to the elevator, to actually use it, I am going to use this crate to try and get access to that other upper area we need to get to. It will involve pushing this crate too far, but need to be careful. So where we go? Sort of here. Now if I've actually I want to try and get the angle right so that I can actually position it well and don't want to push it any further, otherwise it might not go on the lift. I think we can push it forward and it's actually cleared the elevator limit. It's I think the elevator goes red if it's blocking the lift in a manner that makes it unusable. Since we have this on the lift, we can now go down, and at least those rails there aren't part of the lift, which means we can actually push this further. But I think we might have pushed it a little too far. Can we get behind it? No. I think nope, we can actually get behind it from here. That's good, because I want to try and push it as far. We want to make sure it's as close to the guardrails as possible, but not too close in a manner which prevents me from pushing it. Case in point, I don't want to push it up any further. I want to push it, well, I want to push it across and then up, so otherwise I can't push it up to begin with. So positioning against that guardrail, and then positioning it so that it's actually, alright, we're now making some headway here. So now we're just, position ourselves so that we can actually shift this, and at least it's a good thing that this particular crate isn't too heavy. But as a result, we can conveniently climb up like so, and reach this particular area. Whether or not this is a good thing remains to be seen. I wonder where this door leads us to. It's locked. The door is marked power room. Maybe it's the leads to another part of this room. But oh well, never mind. At least we got the elevator power switch on from down from the area below. I wouldn't necessarily say downstairs because we're not using stairs. But I believe our only way forward is to actually use the lift that we saw in the corridor. Unfortunately, we're not running into any other creatures yet. Because those lickers were not the last. I still don't feel safe in this corridor. We still have to make sure if Ada is okay. Actually, to be honest, I think we could have entered this elevator beforehand. Oh no, we couldn't because the elevator had no power. But there is something over here. The master key is required to open the emergency route. We don't have the master key, so I guess we just use this as a normal elevator. There's the control panel. And it seems like we're going down. Of course we are, because we need to actually head down. Ooh, and this is not good. Over here. Yep, these are the fleshless zombies. And how many shotgun shells do I have? None, so I'll reload. Just to be sure. I think we've taken care of most of the corpses around here, but we are at the panel, or rather we are at the platform. So let's go inside and see if Ada has been waiting for us all this time.
Ada? Where did she go?
Maybe she didn't want to stick around here for too much longer, but safe to say she's not here. And we can't interact with anything inside the cable car, or the platform car, I should say. But it seems that Ada has recovered enough to actually make it out of here. Now, we could probably use this platform to... can we actually... I don't believe we can. No, we cannot interact with the panel switch whatsoever. That's unfortunate. But we are now at the main entrance of the Raccoon City Laboratory. You can already tell by the large letters on the floor here. It's a keyhole for the master key. So we can't enter the security room, it seems. That's not good. And of course these doors are still open. It seems the power is off, which is odd. A huge breaker system that regulates all the power in the lab. The main fuse has been removed, and the power is not active in some areas. That's It's not good. Oh, well, it could be worse. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to go back and, Actually, the problem with this is that, this is the security room that I was hoping to use in order to, centralize my, item box, placement. Which is, very unfortunate, because that would have made it a lot more convenient, since I cannot go back upstairs to the, factory item box area. So I'm just going to have to use that item box area that after all, because in actuality it might actually be a more convenient area to begin with. So back up we go, back to the power room area. Like so, and back this way. Because I really do need to sort out my inventory ASAP just in case. There is the very real possibility that we might end up going back to this area at some point, and at least the item box is up here. So now that I've opened this item box, basically just believe me when I say every single item in the previous item boxes are now all technically in this particular item box, and I do mean all the items in this item box are now here. Because, well, I wouldn't be able to get them otherwise if I kept doing this on Real Survival, which I still intend to do. First and foremost, I will get rid of the submachine gun and the green herb. I'll assemble the myriad forms of ink ribbons that I have scattered around through this particularly large item box. I don't really need anything else at this point. I might want to take the key with me just in case, because you never know, might need something. And I might as well take those ink ribbons and save using the ink ribbon on the floor below, just in case. And at least we don't have to push the crate again, because we'll just, it's not going anywhere. It doesn't need to be anywhere. So, back down we go. At least you're not going to get up, poor unfortunate researcher. And it's time for an extra pair of ink ribbons. And it's time to save. So this will be save number 10 for Leon. Pump room. And I believe you're here, and when we return, adventurers, we shall head back up and then down to the main area of the laboratory and see if we can retrieve the fuse for the breaker room in the main part of the of that particular floor. As always, adventurers, until next we meet.